What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Young Money. I'm Zwelethu Mambane. Our guest tonight has been dubbed as a life changer, and he's also recognized as one of the country's youngest chief executives. His name is Zwelethu Mambane, and today he's going to be telling us how he has begun to build his empire as a performance coach and also as the CEO of a communications company called 911. Zwelethu, thank you so much for making the time to join us. Performance coach, it's a big chunky word, but it's also something that's increasingly coming into the market. What do you do exactly as a performance coach?
I think as a performance coach, what you do, you make people accelerate results, you know. You make people to achieve results all the time. You make them feel good, you make them feel happy, you know, in their working environment. What I do exactly, I have come with a formula which I use it to a lot of corporates or a lot of organizations where you merge happiness, you merge passion with work. You know what we do? We make passion with work. You have to first find what you love, and then we make sure you excel in that field, you understand? And then while you do what you love at the same time, you're making money out of it. So it's what I believe as a performance coach, because you never become exceptional if you do something that you don't love at all.
So who are your clients? Do you work with corporates mainly, or are there any other strata of groups or individuals that you are offering this unique combination of performance coaching to?
You know, we do individuals, we do corporates, we do business owners. It depends, you know. We do with anyone. We do with soccer players, athletes, and all the type of people, and leaders of churches and leaders of organization, all of that. And
what differentiates you in the market? Why would I come to Zwelethu to maximize my performance and not to anybody else?
I think I love what I do. You know, in the first place, I'm passionate about helping people change and helping people transform and accelerate whatever they are doing, you know. So, and I'm passionate about what I do exactly.
Yeah.
I love it so much that when I'm with you and then we interact, you're going to start enjoying it, you understand?
Right.
Because I'm going to make sure I help you with the right strategies so that you can achieve and excel well in everything.
And what's the hardest thing about being a performance coach?
I think sometimes when you're sad, you have to remain calm all the time. You have to be happy all the time in public, all the time. Even when you're facing situation at home, you're facing situation at work, you have to be always positive. That's the thing about it.
So on the one hand, an exciting space around enhancing performance. Tell us a little bit about 911. How are you bringing your communications offering to the market?
You know, what we do as 911, we do communication for brands where we build a relationship between organization and clients, and then we communicate your brands to the right market, because sometimes people, they can communicate brands in different platforms, but you find that there is no right audience for them, or those people that are advertising or communicating their products to are not the right audience. But what we do, we communicate the product to the right people. Like for instance, you cannot communicate music to people who they don't love music at all, they love reading, you know. So what we do, we communicate products and services to the right audience all the time.
And what kind of brands are you dealing with, or is it across all industries?
It's across all industries. We go to music, we go to brands as brands, we go to individuals, where I love individual branding and communication, you know, because where we deal with people, motivational speakers, we do with public figures, we do with celebrities, models and stuff. Right. Yeah.
And it certainly sounds interesting, because the businesses are two separate businesses, but you can see a common space where they overlap. Do you find that it's difficult to run two separate businesses, or do you often find that you're straddling a singular space but tapping into both entities?
You know, I don't find myself struggling. You know why? Because I feel like I love both of my companies. I love what I do exactly. When I'm working, I don't feel like work exactly. I feel like fun all the time. I can work even 12 a.m. on both companies. I don't care. I enjoy that. I'm passionate about it. So I don't say, I don't have difficulties in running two companies. It's easier for me because I love it. Once you find what you love, if you can do it, like even when it's 5 things, you can do those things every time, now and then.
Okay, so now let's go back to the source of your inspiration. Lots of people will probably point to their family or their journey growing up and so on. Where do you draw your source of inspiration that keeps you so upbeat 90% of the time?
I think my inspiration comes from death.
Okay.
Can I tell you something?
Yes.
You know, people sometimes are surprised when I tell them about this. You know, death, it's my inspiration or my motivation. Knowing that one day I'll die in this universe, I'll go. You know, my time is going to expire and I will leave. I know exactly that I have nothing to lose. I have nothing to lose. I can do anything. And I make sure that each and every day it counts. It's why I tell people, live each and every day as though it was your last day. One day, you're absolutely right. It will be your last day. So it pushes me every time to excel more every day. Yes.
So now that you're sitting with these two entities, and obviously you've got the fear of death hanging over you, what's next? What are you going to be bringing to the market next? You know,
as a problem solver, because you know, to be in business first, you must be a problem solver. I think I have seen like opportunities, which are problems to the country, but it's opportunities to people who are in the business. I'm about to bring an online business, which is going to be launched on June. It's going to be called My Online Retail Store, which is going to be like similar to the other online stores. Like I cannot mention names, but it's going to be online stores, which is going to make things easier. People are going to buy products and services and everything online in that website. Yes.
Well, there you have it from one of South Africa's youngest CEOs. His name is Zwelethu Mambane, a performance coach, moving you from your place of happiness as well as getting your performance from a corporate space aligned. And he's also the CEO of a brand company, a communications company more specifically, called 911, and he's now getting into the online retail space.